Welcome to Phase 4 Video 2. In last video, we learned how ML models are used in real systems. Now we will answer a very common question. What does it actually mean to deploy a machine learning model? Deployment is one of the most misunderstood word in the AI. So let's understand it. One of the most common misconceptions in machine learning is that deployment simply means taking a trained model and placing it into production. This oversimplification ignores the numerous challenges and processes required to make model operational in a real world setting. So a deployment is not a button. Deployment is not uploading a model. Deployment is not cloud feature. The deployment means making a model usable by other systems in a reliable way. Simple definition of deployment. So, deploying an ML model means moving it from a development environment into a production environment where it can be safely used by real systems. A deployed model must be reliable, scalable, and maintainable, meaning it should handle varying loads, recover from failure, and adapt to challenges in the data distribution. For example, deploying a recommendation engine involves hosting the model on a server, exposing endpoints for requests, and ensuring low latency response from millions of users. So, the primary goal of this training video is to clarify what deployment means in the context of machine learning and why it is critical step in the life cycle of any ML project. Many practitioners focus heavily on model development and overlook the complexities of deployment, which can lead to project failure. This video aims to bridge the gap by explaining deployment in simple terms. So the difference between a model in a notepad and a deployed model is profound. In a notepad, the model operates, lives on one machine, used by one person, input is controlled, and failure is acceptable. But in deployed model, um, it is used by many users or systems, receive unpredictable input, must be available and reliable. Failure impacts real users. So the key line is a deployed model is a service, not an experiment. So what deployment really involves? Deployment is a multi-step process that goes far beyond moving a model into production. It typically involves five key steps. Step 1, packaging the model. Step 2, setting up infrastructure. Step 3, exposing the model through APIs. Step 4, implementing monitoring system to track performance. Step 5, establishing retraining and updates. So let's understand real world example. So imagine a fraud detection model. You test it done thousands of transactions per minute, different data pattern. Error must be handled gracefully. So the key line is deployment turn ML into responsibility. Now, what deployment is not? Well, deployment is often misunderstood as a simple handoff from data science to operations, but this view is incorrect. It is not merely uploading a model to a server or wrapping it in an API without considering performance scalability. So, deployment is not about choosing AWS versus Azure versus GCP. Deployment is not about tools first. Deployment is not just DevOps. So the key line is tools come after understanding. So why deployment fail in real life? There are multiple reasons, which are mismatch between training data and real input, no monitoring, no retraining plan, poor system integration, and ignoring cost and latency. So the key line is most failures are system failures, not ML failures. So the builder mindset is essential for successful deployment. A builder asks, can this model survive real uses? A beginner asks, can I deploy this model? So, where cloud fits? Well, cloud platforms play a pivotal role in modern ML deployment by providing scalability, infrastructure, managed services, and tools that simplify the process. In summary, deploying an ML model is a complex, ongoing process that transforms a trained model into a reliable, scalable, and maintainable service. It involves packaging, infrastructure setup, API integration, monitoring, and retraining. So in next video, we will see how deployment actually look conceptually. We will connect this to API service and pipelines. So see you in next video. Thank you.